Sailor Brown with vlog number 2, and we were asked the question, what is the purpose of education in a democratic multicultural society, and what does that look like in the Memphis area or in the area of a local school district? And to start off, I believe that in education we do a variety of things. Looking back on the electronic collage that we did this week, I believe that there are also many purposes for education in a democratic multicultural society. Number one being it highlights our differences, and we're all different in many ways, and we can base this off gender, race, age, and just a range of other things. Knowing and understanding the differences between each other really helps us interact with each other appropriately. And for example, today there are considered to be many different forms of like gender. There's of course the male, female, there's non-binary, transgender. There's all kinds of gender norm or gender differences now, and by educating each other on these different forms, we are able to understand our peers and how they truly feel inside, and then this helps us function as a whole in the society. And growing up, our peers are all we have to start learning on how to function in society. And without education and being in that education environment, we couldn't properly learn the ways of the world and like what to do and what not to do, what to say, what not to say when it comes to discrimination and basically like bullying towards other people. Number two being that it shows us that we have the freedom to think. Education requires learning and processing. So we have to think about many things before we do them, before we learn them. A lot of times that's why individuals study for certain tests, or we do studies to think about things, learn things, go through things. And, having the freedom to think for ourselves really gives us the power to make our own choices and how we feel the society should be ran in the future. And without education and without learning how to do these things, we wouldn't have a future. Education keeps us sharp. Education keeps us strong. And, our generation, we're the future of America. And if we cannot think for ourselves, then who will be left to do it? It's us. We're rising. And then our second question is, what does it look like in Memphis or in an area of a local school district? So I just kind of did in the Jackson-Madison County school system. And, I really think it looks like diversity. It looks like special education, sex education, parent-teacher conferences, small groups, group discussions, because without the interaction of everyone, we are not whole, and there would not be education without us, and without us, there wouldn't be relationships for the future.